Are the Vancouver Canucks about to make the savviest, most audacious gamble of their offseason? Or are they walking headfirst into a high-risk trap with Trevor Zegras? Vancouver Canucks fans, let's be honest, we've all been there, staring enviously at other teams' stacked forward lines, wondering why our own core seems to be, well, lacking that certain zing. But as we navigate this swirling offseason, desperately searching for that missing piece, there's a name emerging from the rumor mill that could either be a stroke of genius or a colossal misstep: Trevor Zegras. This isn't just any trade target. This is a player who was an EA Sports cover boy, a highlight reel machine, and seemingly the future of his franchise. And now, he's a riddle wrapped in an enigma, with a future so murky, even his current team seems unsure. So, as we dive deep into the Trevor Zegras saga, ask yourself, is the grass always greener on the other side, or is it just a clever illusion designed to lure us into a deal that could haunt us for years? Trevor Zegras. The name alone conjures images of dazzling skill, lacrosse goals, and a swagger that captivated the hockey world. Drafted 9th overall in 2019, he quickly ascended, lighting up the AHL with 21 points in 17 games as a teen rookie, then making an immediate impact in Anaheim with 13 points in 24 NHL games. His 2021-22 campaign, his first full season, was a revelation. 23 goals and 61 points in 75 games, earning him a Calder Trophy nomination. The follow-up season was equally strong, with 23 goals and 65 points in 81 games. Zegras was poised for superstardom. And then the turn. The last 2 seasons have been a stark, unsettling departure from that meteoric rise. We've seen just 15 points in 31 games in one season, followed by 32 points in 57 games in the most recent one. These aren't the numbers of a burgeoning superstar. These are the numbers of a player struggling with consistency, battling injuries, and, dare we say, facing questions about his overall game. His recent injury history is certainly a factor. A lower body injury to end the 2022-23 season. Then another LBI early in 2023-24, followed by a broken ankle that sidelined him for over 2 months. And this past season, yet another lower body injury, this time to his knee, kept him out for nearly 2 months. It's a concerning pattern, no doubt impacting his ability to find a rhythm and maintain his high-skill output. But it's not just the injuries. There are whispers, faint but persistent, about his attitude and commitment levels. In a league that demands relentless effort and a 200-foot game, Zegras has, at times, been perceived as too casual, too focused on the highlight reel, and not enough on the defensive responsibilities that define successful NHL players. This perception, whether entirely fair or not, has undoubtedly contributed to his diminished trade value. The Anaheim Ducks, Zegras' current team, find themselves in a fascinating position. They've been busy acquiring talent, recently adding veteran forward Chris Kreider from the New York Rangers. This move further clutters an already burgeoning forward roster that includes promising young guns like Leo Carlsson, Mason McTavish, and Rick Tocchet, alongside established presences like Troy Terry, Ryan Strome, Frank Vatrano, and Alex Killorn. With prospects like Bennett Senek and Sam Colangelo also on the horizon, Anaheim's forward depth is rapidly reaching critical mass. This logjam creates a change of scenery scenario practically begging to happen. Zegras is in danger of losing further opportunities in Anaheim, which would only further reduce his trade value. If the Ducks believe his progress is stalling due to attitude or commitment issues, now might be their best and perhaps last chance to cash in on his once lofty potential before it's too late. It's a classic sell low situation, but one that might be necessary for Anaheim to optimize their roster. Let's not lose sight of what Trevor Zegras is. He's only 24 years old and possesses an almost unparalleled level of creativity and skill with the puck. We throw around terms like talented and skilled frequently, but with Zegras, those words take on a deeper meaning. He's a truly unique playmaker, with hands that can seemingly conjure magic out of thin air. His skating is good. His size at 6 feet 0 inches is adequate, though adding muscle would certainly help. Think Alex Kovalev, a player whose pure offensive gifts were undeniable, but whose commitment to the defensive side of the puck sometimes wavered. The skill is undeniably still there. Those hands don't just vanish because of a few injuries and down years. But the challenge, as it was for Kovalev, is getting consistent results against the relentless defensive schemes of the NHL. This is where Zegras has struggled. His play away from the puck, his defensive awareness, and those aforementioned whispers about his casual approach are the undeniable downsides. Now for the Canucks, the million-dollar question, is Zegras the right fit? This is where the debate truly ignites. Many fans might already have him in the do not acquire column, given his reputation. Firstly, Zegras has spent considerable time on the wing in recent seasons, despite center being his natural position. If the Canucks trade for him, it's almost certainly with the intention of playing him at 2C behind Elias Pettersson. Can he effectively return to that pivotal role? His best NHL years were as a center, and he has expressed a preference to play there, which bodes well for a potential move away from Anaheim's crowded center depth. The coaching staff is another key consideration. Rick Tocchet and Adam Foote demand a high level of accountability and defensive commitment. Zegras doesn't immediately profile as a Tocchet player. However, if a change of scenery sparks a genuine desire to learn and adapt, this Canucks coaching staff could be exactly what he needs to refine his defensive game. In terms of pure skill, Zegras would be an immediate injection of offensive flair, something the Canucks could certainly use, especially with Brock Boeser's potential departure. His playmaking could complement a sniper like Jonathan Lekkerimäki on a line, and a Zegras-Connor Garland combo on the power play could be electric, providing a much-needed spark to the Canucks' often anemic man advantage. Financially, Zegras is entering the final year of a $5.75 million bridge deal. The Canucks can absolutely accommodate that salary. If he bounces back significantly, then a future pay raise is a good problem to have. The core issue, however, remains. For Zegras to truly fit and be an upgrade behind Pettersson, Philip Chittell-Aderady, and Teddy Blueger, he needs to rebound. Not necessarily to his 100-point glory, but certainly closer to it than his current production. The question isn't if a past version of Zegras would fit, it's which Zegras will show up in Vancouver. And finally, the price tag. Is Trevor Zegras worth the Canucks' 15th overall pick in the upcoming draft? The immediate gut reaction for many is likely a resounding no. A player with Zegras' recent struggles and question marks for a mid-round first-round pick feels inherently risky. He was once a 9th overall pick himself, but his value has undoubtedly depreciated. However, if the Canucks management and scouting staff have a strong, concerted belief in Zegras' ability to turn his game around, then the 15th overall pick could indeed be a fair straight-up return. This would require extensive due diligence, a deep dive into his character, and injury status that is challenging to perform while he's still with another organization. The 15th overall pick is likely the absolute highest price the Canucks could justify. They would undoubtedly hope to land him for less. Perhaps a different first-round pick acquired through a separate trade, say for Thatcher Demko or Connor Garland. Or maybe next year's first with some heavy protective clauses attached. The dream scenario? If the Ducks' desire to move Zegras is stronger than the market perceives, and the Canucks could acquire him for a package like their second-round pick and a non-top-tier prospect, that price point would significantly reduce the risk and make this gamble far more palatable. Anything more than that, and the waters become incredibly murky. We simply haven't seen enough consistent, high-level hockey from Trevor Zegras recently to confidently assess his true market value beyond a speculative hope. So, what's your take? Should the Vancouver Canucks go all in on the tantalizing potential of Trevor Zegras, or is his mercurial nature and recent struggles a red flag too big to ignore? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to stay on top of all the Canucks offseason moves and rumors, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel.